Hello everyone and welcome back to another IronCAD tutorial video. Today we'll be going through another Too Tall Toby practice model dated 11/04, the book stand. So looking at this assembly, it's a series of parts. One is this stand here that's mirrored to the other side with a series of rods. But looking at this overall part, it's very, very simple with a little bit of complexity here with the radius. But in IronCAD, we can show you how we can get this done very, very quickly. So looking at the overall height, overall length, this can be done very easily, but the difficulty can stream from this angle and here with this radius, as well as it's not tangent here, but it's tangent here. The other through holes can be very simple and very easy to complete and accomplish. And then the overall rods here as well, just a 15 diameter rod with a mirrored part here. So we'll get straight into this part in this assembly. So we'll start by dragging in a block, extrude block from our catalog. We'll actually rotate it 90 degrees here. So we want this face to be the face that we edit for the cross section. We'll have it come out 185, total height of 50, and a total width of 30. Okay, so we'll come to this side and we'll also add another extrude block here as well, which will give us this tall tower section. But what we'll also do here is we'll also rotate it 90 degrees in the opposite direction. This will be in play for our draft, which will right click, flip, extrude direction. We'll flip the extrude direction here, bring this section down to meet this bottom face, have this section here come meet this face, and this here. Now what we'll do is we'll make this 220 in height. To add this draft, we can use the draft feature, but we'll actually use something very, very different. So we'll come here and we'll make sure this is 40. We'll come to the antenna shape, right click, surface reshaping properties. We'll come to the end section, click taper. We'll have it adjusted to 270 as the orientation angle and 17 degrees as the tilt angle, which will give us this draft here. Now what we'll do is we'll come in and we'll add this radius by right clicking, editing this cross section here. We'll come in, so key points here, we have to add this tangent and these 2 points that it'll connect to as a point will connect here. So project constraint and create this line as construction as our tangent line. We'll create this vertical line here also as construction. We'll make sure that it's 22 from this far end here. Okay. And then we'll also create a horizontal line on the bottom to help create this secondary point here at the bottom as well. We'll make sure that this line is also 20 from the bottom according to the drawing. Okay. So now that we have these two horizontal lines and we have the tangent line here as well, we'll come in and we'll add the center radius. But in this case, for this radius, we'll have a special radius with one tangent and 2 points. Because we know that it's tangent here, but it connects to this point, it connects to this point. So we'll add it here, and then we'll add it here. To double check, we'll come back in here to this radius and adjust it to be 39. Okay, so that way it's still connected to this point here, and it's connected to this point here as well. So what we'll do is we'll come into trim. We'll trim this point. And lastly, what we'll do before we finish trimming is we'll come back in and we'll add this 2 point here that comes down, an arbitrary number. We'll trim here, trim these 2 points as well. And then lastly, we'll cut off this section here to create the full angle. So what we'll do now is we'll click finish, and this will create this radius here. Okay. Now we have this part. Now we can go in and add the blends and add the rest of the features. So we can add the blend here. This blend will be a total of 22 here. Okay. Then we'll come up and we'll also add this blend here as well. These two blends will be 16. So we'll adjust to be 16, 16, click OK. Now what we can do is we can go in and add this little indentation here. So we'll make it to the front is facing. We'll go into sketch, add the 2D sketch. We'll add it here to this point. And what we can do is click OK, which will bring us into this menu here. So what we'll do now is we'll actually project as construction these sections here to help us with this overall offset. Okay. We also know that this bottom line for this indentation comes up at 113 in height. Okay, we can remove this from construction. What we'll do now is we go into offset, and we'll offset these features here with a total of 8. Okay, so we'll click here, click here, click here. Oop, I have to go back into the offset. We'll click here, click here. We'll go all the way around. Flip the direction so it comes inside. Good. We'll click OK. All right, and so what we can now do is trim these sections here, making sure that everything is trimmed. And lastly, we can go in and add these fillets here. We can remove the constraint, yes. Right click it, make it 8 for this one as well. We'll have to come in, click, connect it, then add the fillet, which would be 8. Great, we'll double check it, okay. Click OK. And here we are, we have this indentation. We'll click here now into the features. We'll click extrude. Make sure to click this part from the scene. And what we'll do is we'll go in and make sure this has a dimension of 12. Good. And we'll come down here to remove material. We'll click OK now, which will now give us the indentation. Okay, so next thing we'll do now is we'll add the cut cylinders here in the bottom. So we'll drag a cut cylinder here with a diameter of 42. We'll add the TriBall from this point here. This has a distance from here as 40, and this has a total height from the very bottom point of 78. Okay, so this will be this hole here. We'll come back and we'll add the chamfer. We'll add this cylinder here, which has a diameter of 15. We know that also from the top, it has a point to this bottom of 20. And we know that from this point to this section here is 25. Okay, and so now what we'll do is we'll add the TriBall, we'll right click and drag, and we'll link it here to be 50. Okay, which will give us these 2 sections here. Lastly, we'll come in with the chamfer. We'll add a chamfer here with a total size of 5 millimeters on one side, and then on the other side also 5 millimeters. Click OK. And this is the part. Now that we have the part, we can now start to create the assembly. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that this mass of this part is correct. So according to the drawing, it was 570, which is good. Now what we can do is we can click here, edit the TriBall. Make sure that the TriBall is on this face here. Let's do it at the center. Let's do it at the center of this circle. Okay. And what we'll do now is we'll come in and we'll adjust. So this TriBall needs to come out 90 millimeters from that face. We'll lock the TriBall once again. We'll right click and we'll mirror, hit link, which will then create the mirror. Next, what we can do is we need to create the cylinders here, which we'll right click and drag as the innovative part. We'll click and we'll adjust it to be 15. We'll add it, come down to this face, then we'll have it come down to this face as well. And what we'll do is we'll choose both of these parts to create the distinction. We can add smart paint and we can change the color. Next, what we can do is we can go into these parts and make sure that the weight is different. So we can add 2700 as the mass. So for this part, the mass should also be the same. Next, what we'll do is we'll create an assembly. So we'll select this part here, select this part, select this part, select this, create an assembly. And now what we can do is we can click on the assembly together, update, and this is our calculated mass. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next video.